Hello there, Jerome here from JeromeFitness. In this video, a 5-minute flexibility workout you can do every single day. It starts off with a beginner variation, then an intermediate variation, and then advanced. So you can go on to the next level of a particular muscle group whenever you feel the stretch doesn't work anymore. So the first stretch is for the quadriceps. You will stand on one leg, grab the other leg at the ankle and push your toes towards the floor. Make sure that your hips are not backwards like this, but actually pushed forward, and you can even pull this leg to get an increased stretch. Now when this becomes too easy, go on to the next exercise for the quadriceps stretch, which is this stretch. Place your leg on an elevated object. This is a little bit too high. Then make sure that your toes again are pointed towards the floor and your hips are aligned forward, and you can lean more towards the back to get an increased stretch. Now this stretch should fade away the tension, and it should never hurt. Then the last exercise, the advanced variation. So for this exercise you will sit down like this with your toes on the floor preferably, because if you put them flat like this then the stretch won't work that well. But if it hurts your toes then you can definitely do that. Then what you do is you will sit back on your toes with your butt and lean backwards, and you can even lay down when the area is clear. So one of my favorite inner thigh stretches for beginners is a very simple one. Stand with your feet about 2 times shoulder width apart and then lean towards one side. Now your toes are pointing in the same direction as your face is. And you can go down further like this to get an increase in stretch. So that is something that you can do in between the beginner and intermediate variation if it still is too difficult. And of course, make sure to do this on both sides. On the inner thigh exercise is where you place your leg on an object like this. This has been one of my favorites since I was a beginner. Then your toes are again pointing in the same direction as your face, and you will lean towards the object. Now you will feel this in the inner thigh if you do it correctly. If not, then you should vary with the angles until you feel the inner thigh is being stretched. Attempting side splits. So go down as far as you can. If this is the maximum, then get up a little bit so that you only feel some tension, and stretch in different sides. So lean forward, lean backwards, and stay in the middle to get some more variation in your splits. And of course, if you can do a split, then you can do a split. The beginner hamstring stretch is very similar to the inner thigh stretch, but this time you will put your toe upwards and stretch like this. You can bend your knee a little bit so that you can actually feel it in the hamstring. So your toes are pointing towards the ceiling and you will lean towards the leg that you are stretching. One of my favorite hamstring stretches of all time, even now, is this one. Place your leg on an elevated object, toes pointed forward, knees locked out, and lean towards the leg. And that will increase the stretch. The more you lean towards your leg, the more it will stretch. The last hamstring stretch is where you sit down like this in a semi-squat and push one leg forward and lean towards the leg that you're stretching. So this is a hamstring stretch. The beginner stretch for the hips is one that I used most when I started stretching. Place your feet against each other like this, the bottom of the feet against each other, and then you can hold them, you can lean forward, and to even increase it further you can push against your legs with your elbows and lean forward to get an even better stretch. The hip lunge, or the hip stretching exercise, the lunge is very simple. You will stand in a lunge position, namely you will have about 3 times shoulder width apart, your legs about 3 times shoulder width apart, then lean towards one leg and push your hips forward to get the stretch in the hips. Then the pigeon stretch is something that you can see in yoga, and it is actually a stretch for the hips as well as the glutes. If you put your leg like this, the front leg, and then you will sit back and feel this stretch in your hips, and you can also feel this in your glutes, especially if you lean towards the leg in front, and if you lean more towards the leg that is in the back, then you will stretch your hips more. So you can vary with that and see what area needs most stretching. The last beginner exercise is the stretch for the glutes. Place your leg, place your feet on your knee like this, then grab the knee, the back of the knee with both hands and pull it towards your chest. And you can make this more difficult, obviously, by pulling it further towards your chest. Of course, make sure to do this on both sides as well. The intermediate glute stretch is still one of my favorites. What you do is you will sit down like this, legs straight, then bend one leg and place it over the other at around knee level. Then you will twist away or twist towards the leg that you're stretching, and you can push it with your elbow to get a better stretch, or you can twist more towards the side to even increase the stretch further. Do this on both sides as well. So that's it for this video. What do you think, and how far are you into your progression to doing a split? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, thumbs up, and I will see you next time.